Daryl D TV. Okay, let's talk about some rap music today, alright? And we going back to the cassettes. So, I was just browsing through my collection looking for something to listen to, and I came across a particular cassette, and I thought, I need to talk about this. Matter of fact, I need this to be a subject matter. We're going to talk about freestyle rapping, freestyle verses, freestyle top of the head, all of that kind of stuff. Freestyle written, I guess, is a thing too. Whatever. But I'm going to show you guys some of my Illest freestyle mixtape cassettes, or just freestyle cassettes in general, that I have in my collection. Now, I don't really know how many I have in all, but I grabbed a handful, that was within reach, and those are the ones I'm going to show you today. And there's some cool stuff. If you're into freestyle MCing, you're going to love some of this stuff if you haven't seen it already. The first three tapes I want to show you all came from the same collection, or I should say, the same guy. I bought these off of eBay many years ago. This must have been maybe around the mid 2000s. I'm thinking 2004, 5, or 6, somewhere in there. I'm not exactly sure, but it's been a while. And this has happened to me a few times where I'm browsing eBay, or I'm looking for something in particular, and I just hit a gold mine. Doesn't happen as much these days, but back then I've hit a few like gold mines, because I love, there's certain things, music aspects, that you just can't find in your average record store, obviously. And you find somebody out there that was just putting stuff together. Now, these cassettes are definitely fan-made, if you will, or just kind of compiled by somebody, or even if one wanted to use the word bootleg, I guess you could use that as well. Let me make sure I got the right ones. Yeah, these are, well, the first one I want to show you is Big L. It's just simply entitled Big L Freestyles, Harlem's Greatest Freestyles. Big L being one of the greatest ever to do it. I think if Big L hadn't passed when he did, if he was still around today, I think he would probably be the illest, if not one of the illest battle MCs of our lifetime. He was unstoppable back then. But what I'm guessing is that people took a whole bunch of, because I've heard a lot of these freestyles. So I'm assuming that with these, a lot of these tapes I'm about to show you, that somebody just took these freestyles from all over the place. It could have been off of bootleg records. It could have been off of radio shows. It could have been from other DJs' mix cassettes, because he did do verses and freestyles and a lot of this stuff that was on different mixtapes, New York DJs and all that stuff. So they were pretty much just compiled. They just pulled them from a bunch of different places and put them together. But yeah, I think that one is pretty cool. Let's see here. Next one I want to show you. This is Supernatural, Freestyles, Battles, and Rare Cuts. Check that one out. You ever seen that? And last time I ran into Supernatural was probably 2 years ago. At least 2 years ago. And I asked him, did he know about this cassette? He said, no, I don't know anything about it. And he was in town for a couple of days, and I was like, okay, you gonna be here tomorrow? I'm gonna bring this tape and show it to you. But I didn't end up seeing him the next day at this event, so I wasn't able to show him this this tape, that he said he's never seen before, or he never heard of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there you have it, Super Nat. If you watching this, and we know Super Nat is one of the greatest. So, and I haven't listened to a lot of these in quite a while. So I'm not for sure, but I'm sure the battle with him and Juice is on here. And I'm not sure if the Craig G battle is on here or not. But I think this is a pretty cool tape. And these tapes all came like, they're like blank. They're like, blank smoke colored cassettes. Some of them are white. It's just, I don't know. But this next one I want to show you, I think is pretty cool too. And I know you guys have heard some of these. This one is just DITC freestyles. If you look real close, you see the whole DITC crew on there. So, yeah, this was obviously just stuff that was taken off of different videos, different radio shows, all of that kind of stuff, just compiled together. But it's pretty cool to have all this stuff in one place, for people, so you ain't got to go looking for it yourself. And this guy, man, that I bought this, I obviously don't remember exactly who or what his seller name was. It was so long ago. But this guy, he had a ton of just all of this crazy, obscure stuff that, you would never find in the record store or any other place. Let's go next to a very familiar radio show, the Stretch and Bobbito Show. Now, this is the Best of Freestyles, Volume 12. How many of these did they put out? I know I have 12, I have 13, I have 14, and I have 15. That's what I know I have for a fact. But the Stretch Armstrong Show, they were known. I don't think there was any place that had more, or any radio show that had more freestyles than the Stretch and Bobbito Show. And what was I gonna say? Nobody did it like them. It was like everybody who came up there, they were like, up there to freestyle. Interview, freestyle, that's what they did. So that was, this was Volume 12, and here's Volume 13. Volume 13 actually has, well, let me show you real quick. This one features Rascas, Mr. Live, Tony Bones. Well, I can't even pronounce that guy's name. Percy P, Original Gun Clappers, Bush Babies, Lord Sear, Buckshot, Steel, J Treads, LP, Breeze Bruin. There's some of these names I can't even pronounce. Ken Boogaloo, GP Woo, Camp Low, MF Grimm, Last Emperor, J Live, AK Skills, Street Smarts, Hakim, and more. So this one, I came up lovely on a humongous collection of Stretch and Bobbito tapes. Between, I won't get into the details, but I have a lot of these. Anybody looking for some Stretch and Bobbito, hit me up. Came up on a fantastic stash of these tapes, but this one is cool. Like I said, I have a few of these different volumes, and they don't disappoint. And all these were just taken from the different shows. These tapes are definitely compiled of freestyle performances that went from show to show to show to show. Um, this would be the #1 type of tape I would recommend if you're looking to freestyles, simply because you are getting so much in one place. I think that's pretty cool. Now, another one I found some years after I found, those first three I showed you. This one is Nas, and it's called Freestyle Forensics. And this one, just a blank white tape, and it's got all these different freestyles from different places. Let's see, Memory Lane freestyle from '92, The World Is Yours freestyle from '92, Live at the Barbecue freestyle, Nas Invasion Part 1 and 2. All of those are from '91. Then we have an Open Mic freestyle from '92, Wake Up Show Anthem from '94, Nas's Like freestyle from '95, In Your Area freestyle from '95, The World Is Yours extended freestyle, It Ain't Hard to Tell freestyle, both of those from '92, the Represent freestyle, It Ain't Hard to Tell live. Oh, those are just live versions. Okay. So the Ain't Hard to Tell freestyles from '92, and then from '94 there's live versions of Nas performing Recognize, The World Is Yours, It Ain't Hard to Tell, Represent, and Life Is a pretty cool, huh? I also have more than one of those. I think that's pretty cool. Who doesn't like Nas? Now, the next three tapes, because these were all basically just regular, just cassettes, freestyle compilations, more or less. But then these last few that I want to show you are mixtape freestyle tapes. And as far as mixtape freestyle tapes, I want to show you the greatest freestyle mixtape ever made, and that would be none other than Tony Touch, 50 Live MCs. It does not get any better than this. Tony Touch, a master of the mix. When he put this out, there was nothing like it. It has been nothing like it since. This is the one. Put out on a Mighty Mixtape Kings cassette. I didn't buy mine until, I didn't find this until 98, 99, somewhere up in there. And the cool thing is, it's even come out with 2 different covers, which is pretty cool. Who knows, might be a 3rd cover out there, but these 2 definitely. Man, freestyles, they just broke the mold with this one. This is like, I would recommend this more than the Stretch and Bobbito freestyles, which I highly recommend. But this right here, this is the gem of mixtape freestyle tapes out there. And I don't even know how many freestyle mixtapes even exist. These might be the only one. I know of one other one definitely that exists, and that one is called Mic Compositions. And this was put out by yours truly, Daryl D. Now this came out in the early 2000s, and it's simply, the co-title is Rhymes, Freestyles, and Verses. And I can tell you that I definitely just compiled these from different places. The cool thing, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this, or the reason why I should say I wanted to show these, is because this tape was completely inspired by Tony Touch and his tapes. I made that basically imitating or trying to come close to imitating what Tony Touch did. Now, obviously, I didn't get anywhere close to that, but I did put out a really cool mixtape. And half of the MCs that appear on here are from right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, like I said, if I remember correctly, there was Flower Child is on here. Traffic is on here. Oh, I can't forget Regiment, who starts the tape off and just kills his 602nd Regiment. Um, who else is on here from? Oh, I think J Funk is on here. Um, who else is on here? Like I said, it's got a lot of Phoenix MCs, and outside of that, it's got there's Cannabis is on here. There's a really cool Craig Mack freestyle on this tape. Uh, oh, what is that group? Oh man, I can't. There's another Phoenix crew on here that I cannot think of their names right now, but they kill it on here too. They do some crazy stuff on here. But yeah, this was my compositions. This tape sold really, really well for me, and I always wanted to do a second one, but never got around to it. Let's face it, when you're trying to get all these MCs, not at the same time, but just get them in the studio and record them, it's not the easiest thing in the world. So second version never came out, but this one is pretty cool. I thought I did a pretty decent job on it. So yeah, there you have it. That's all I could pull out and find at the moment. But freestyle MCs on cassette. How often have you heard of such a thing? Do you have any? Have you heard of any? If so, let me know in the comments, because I'm kind of curious as to what else is out there. Alright? Do that for me. Until next time, you guys stay safe. Peace and love. This is Daryl D, and we'll see you next time. Peace.